Okay, so a curve with equation y equals to function in terms of x pass through the point of the coordinates 1, 1. So this one indirectly they want to tell you what is the value of x and what is the value of y. So coordinate x equals to 1, y equals to 1. And another coordinate here means x equals to 2, y equals to m. So given your equation, satisfy the differential equation as below. So when we get this differential equation, try to express dy dx as a subject and see we can factorize or not. Can we factorize x, y, x plus 3, then move back 1 minus divided by x squared. Right, you move back to the right hand side, then you see it can factorize or not. It can factorize, means separable method. If you cannot factorize, you will use IF method. Okay, so try to see your y can be factorized or not. Cannot. So means your x and y have to mix together. It cannot factorize out, means it cannot separate. So in the case of it cannot separate, means our step will be using integrating factor, starting with S, simplice, find your standard form, then find your integrating factor, then multiply your integrating factor to the equation, write out product rule, then we start integrate both sides to find out solution. So since we have x value here, means that this question will come to a general solution. After that, substitute value to find particular solution. Alright, so come to the standard form. So in standard form, it's supposed to be start with dy dx. So we need to get off this x squared. So we divide this equation with x squared so that the dy dx only have coefficient 1. So when this one divided by x squared, it will be simplified, where you can notice that x, this one can be simplified. And then for the right hand side, when you divide by x squared, it will be 1 over x squared. So after you get this standard form, the purpose here is we have to identify what is your px, what is your coefficient of your y, the term y here. So the things multiplied with y here is x plus 3 over x. Or we can simplify it, it will be 1 plus 3 over x. So what to do with this px? Actually, it will help us to find integrating factor I, where formula Vx is equals to e power integrate px dx. So we substitute the px 1 plus 3 over x, and we do the integration at power side. So integrate 1, we get x, integrate 3 over x, 3 we take up, integrate 1 over x, we get ln x modulus to make sure it's positive. So ln x or c, we will write it after everything integration. Finish the integration. Alright, c will write in the step of integration for the whole equation. So for this exponential power x, at the same time power ln, we still can simplify this, where power plus equals to multiply with ln x power 3. 3, use the properties of logarithm, move up, it will be x power 3. And you can get e ln. If your power is plus, means your indices is multiplied. Alright, so we separate this power so that you can simplify e to the power of ln. They will give you remaining term is x cubed. So your integrating factor is x cubed ex, the simplest form of this. Then we continue, multiply this x cubed ex back to the standard form here, equation here. It will be x cubed ex times dy dx plus x cubed ex times yx plus 3 over x, and then at the right hand side x cubed ex times 1 over x squared, and 1 over x squared here can be simplified when you multiply, you're leaving here x ex. Write your product rule. Product rule is d dx, then vx times with y. So this is their formula, d dx. Use your ex times with y. So at the right hand side, we simplify, take the simplest form, it will be x ex. Then to get off this differential equation, to get off this symbol of differentiate, we integrate both sides. So differentiate this thing, and you integrate back. Your differentiation and integration will reverse the process, cancel each other. So you simplify your left hand side to be x cubed ex times y only. Now we focus to the right hand side. So right hand side, you need to simplify this integration. Integrate x ex. We use integration by part. So why we use integration by part? Firstly, you have two different functions multiplied together. One is polynomial, one is exponential. And then you can see these two functions, it doesn't have any relationship fx and prime x. Alright, we don't have the pattern of special form where fx and prime x. Differentiate ex, we can't get x. So they don't have any relationship. And two functions is different, mean integration by part. Start from define which one is u, which one is dv. So u priority go for log back. Log following by polynomial, and then exponential, then only 3 go. So we will choose u as x, where polynomial given first priority. So remaining part, ex dx will become dv. So what is the formula for integrating by part? Integrating by part, formula integrate u dv equals to uv minus integrate v du. So we need to find out what is our u, what is our v, what is your du. So we find out what is our u, what is our dv, and then we find out how to get du. We differentiate u respect to x, so we get du is dx. Then how we get v? We integrate dv, we get v. So integrate ex, we get ex. So for this part, integration by part will give you u times v, so x times ex, minus integrate formula v ex du is dx. So next part, integrate, and we get to the general solution. To integrate ex, getting ex, then finally only we plus c here. When we finish everything integration, then only we plus c. So to get in general form, let y as a subject. When y is a subject, so this x cubed ex need to move to the right hand side. X cubed ex, so we're going to dy. And simplify this division. X cubed become x squared. Ex cancel, so this one. So now your y is equals to 1 over x squared minus 1 over x cubed and c over x cubed dx. So this is your general solution. Alright, so to find particular solution, using the coordinate given here, when x equals to 1, y equals to 1, find out the constant c. One minus 1, 0. Then this one, c equals to 1 times e. So c is exponential power of 1. So therefore, y equals to 1 over x squared minus x cubed. C is e to the power of 1. Or in other way, we write it, simplify the exponential term. So it will be 1 over x cubed e 1 minus x. Go back to the questions. Determine the exact value of n. So use your particular solution, find your n. When x equals to 2, y equals to n. Alright, so you can so again, exact value means we can't accept decimal. Try to simplify until the integers that we have, or in terms of e. So how much of this? 1 over 4 minus 1 over 8. One over 4 minus 1 over 8. Plus 1 over 8 e power negative 1. One over 4 minus 1 over 8, how much? 1 over 8. Alright, so 1 over 8 can be factorized. Here will be 1 plus e negative 1. Simplify 1 plus 1 over e. Alright, so then you can get your pattern of your answer.